Real-Time Television is an online television channel broadcast that is based in Kisumu County with its main offices located in AHERO Town. It broadcasts mainly in English and Kiswahili and focuses on the social, economic and political matters. Follow RTV New Kenya on our social media platforms to get more informed. Real-Time Television, the number one online television channel.
I'm your host, Leonardo Deo. Today we are going to look at the proposed inauguration of AHERO Urban Center to a town. And with me I have four gentlemen. I will start from the right.
Me, Duncan Ochieng, representing business traders. Chair.
Fred Ochieng, a youth, representing the youths in this forum. Thank you.
Richard Omoro, political analyst and a young businessman. Thank you.
A good plan is coming, and we want to look at the benefits and how a large margin of people are going to benefit from this plan. Richard?
Yeah.
Do you think the plan is good?
Yeah.
Just highlight briefly why you think it's good. How, as a businessman that you are, you're going to benefit from it?
From my end, I think the business community is going to be the first beneficiary of this plan, because first and foremost, a lot of things are going to be upgraded in terms of infrastructure, our buildings, our sewerage system, our drainage system. All these always affect our business, and then if they are upgraded, then we are going to benefit a lot as business community.
General, do you think the plan is good?
Thank you very much, host. The plan is very good because, as I said before, I'm going to touch more on the youths and how the youths are going to benefit in this plan. So the plan will benefit the youths more so in terms of employment and in terms of empowerment. As you know, the plan is going to involve the building of the market, and this market will open more business to the youths. So to me, as a youth leader in AHERO Ward and in Nyando in general, the plan is good for the youths.
Dan?
Yes, the plan is good and we highly welcome it. As a chair representing the business community, when a better idea comes, a good idea must live. I hopefully believe that the business fraternity will benefit from this, because the infrastructural sector will be upgraded, the trade in itself will be upgraded also. So we highly welcome the idea.
Do you think AHERO Town, as it is at the moment, AHERO Urban Center as it is at the moment, yes, do you think it qualifies to be a town?
There is nothing impossible when a good plan is on course, because so far as it is, there are some challenges that must be faced, but we believe that with the due plan which is on course, things will work well. Yeah.
As it is now, Frederick, you think it qualifies?
To me, I don't think that AHERO Town may qualify to be one, because for a town to grow itself, there are a lot of things that are supposed to be in place. You know, we have the planning and we have the original project on the ground. My problem mostly is on the available space in AHERO Town. So I expected the planning system and how the planning was done was supposed to focus more on the ground, not the paperwork. So to me, AHERO Town is more on a paperwork thing, but not the actual thing on the ground.
Your take on that, Richard?
Thank you, my host. For me, AHERO Town qualified long time ago to be a town, because AHERO Town is a colonial town which has been here for long. In fact, it has come very late for me. So for me, AHERO Town highly qualifies to be a town. That is.
General,
Yes.
as a youth,
Yeah.
what are your expectations?
Speaking on behalf of the youths of AHERO Ward and in Nyando, what are my expectations? My expectation more so on the youths I'll talk about employment. And when I talk about employment, I have the unskilled people and the skilled people. As you know, the world is coming with more opportunities. We have the ward will be looking for a town manager. The ward also will be looking for the board of directors of the town. Then we'll have the markets being built. We have the road and everything. So I will congratulate the youth to come out and look for the available opportunities, because I see that this opportunity will help us to grow in terms of getting more opportunities that are going to come. So just youth coming out and knowing what they want, I think we're going to be successful on this.
Done.
Yeah, I think with the coming of the town, my take is that there is this issue of socio-cultural upgrade. I think new faces will come to the town, because many will come as investors, and with them, with us, I think all will work well. Yes, all will work well.
Is there current running structure
In the market?
in the market?
Yes, we have a current running structure, but sooner or later, we think the administrative director will take course. Yeah, everything will be handed over to the administration.
What do you think were the factors that were considered? Because when I asked you about you thinking of AHERO town becoming AHERO urban center becoming qualified to be a town,
Yeah.
AHERO is just near Awasi. What do you think were the factors that were considered in giving AHERO priority and not Awasi?
Okay, one is I think there may be a number of reasons, but one, I think they really considered the economic circle. In AHERO, when we look at the output, whatever they give to the county government in terms of revenue, AHERO comes second after Kisumu. So I think this was one of the major bases that they considered. Yeah. So I believe with that kind of economy circulating within, all can be well. Yes.
To add on that, co-host, AHERO, I think, on my own view, was chosen to be a town. Second to what he has said, that AHERO is also being seen to be that close as you compare Abur and other Kubura as you come along the way. AHERO was much considered because it looks to be more closer in terms of development and structures. And as I said before again, that it should be noted that AHERO town also produces revenue, is the second source of income to the county government of Kisumu after Kisumu. So I think as AHERO town now we can bargain from there, being that we pay a lot of tax to the county government.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will look at it differently. I will look at it from the perspective of politics. I see it, our governor considered many factors politically vis-a-vis economically. Because for me, I think our governor has most of his competitors come from around AHERO town. That's from my own thinking, my liberal thinking. So I think the governor was very smart. He thought of the first governor came from AHERO town. The competitor right now is also coming from AHERO town. So he thinks that for me to be positive and much welcomed in AHERO, I have to give them something that at least will make me to be seen much more variant than any other person. So I think the governor was very smart, and that is for me, that is the reason why he gave AHERO this title.
General, liberally thinking, do you think the governor will now enjoy the full rights of AHERO residents after this upgrade, based on what Richard is saying?
What Richard has said is very true. And to answer you, my host, the governor will benefit a lot with the project. Why am I saying so? Because the project is going to touch on different people. And these different people, they will gain directly from the development of the town. So yes, the governor come 2022 general election, he will have a say in the votes that will come along in AHERO, Awasi and everything. Because as you know, as my friend has said, that there is a very big vote junk that is available in this area. So by coming up with the town, it will help the governor to land safely. And to also add on that, you must be aware that the governor is also working with the MCAs around. So this also will also help the MCAs to get votes, and also the governor to qualify to get votes within these areas. Yes.
Dan, kindly highlight to me the challenges that you've been facing in your office.
In the office setup,
not in the office setup, challenges brought to you by the people living within AHERO?
Okay, the challenges are many, though I may just disclose one or two in relation to the plan that is coming. One is the issue that my brother here said about land issue. AHERO was designed in a manner that there was no proper room for expansion. This is a major challenge, and challenge number two is that it would call for maybe the taking people away from where they lived initially, which of course will take some the whole scenario of pressing hard buttons to relocate these people. So that is one. Secondly, there is this issue of when a town comes, the issue of displacement, it will be rampant, because I strongly believe that so far as AHERO is right now, things are not in order. So things will have to be displaced and relocations will take place. So that is a challenge. Yes.
So Richie, you've been a businessman and you've done business for a very long time within AHERO locality. There is the security issue and the insecurity issue. When the town setup comes, definitely we preempt that insecurity will also rise, being that the population will also rise. What do you think are the counter projects or counter activities that the government should put in place to ensure that you as a trader, your business is safe?
Yeah, I want to enlighten some part here. When we talk about AHERO as a town, we are not really dealing with the AHERO center. We are not talking about a larger radius. And that is the reason why we said AHERO town is now touching on 4 wards. And therefore, we don't now look at it as a small center. Now we talk of maybe decongestion or congestion. We are going to have a wider radius of our town. And therefore, all I believe, as per what you asked, the moment we have the town, already we have the DC, the DC residence being built there. We have the police station here. We have others. So I believe the moment we have that title that AHERO is now a town, we are going to have a lot of security and a lot of control within the perimeters of AHERO town. So I don't have any problem with that. I believe the moment we have that title, we have a town, we are going to have security. So there is no cause for any alarm.
To add on that, I want to say the following, that when there will be the issue of insecurity, I will request the county government to come with a plan of employment. As you've seen in other towns, they are employing people to offer security. And this should be clearly guided on how and the qualification, because we cannot give the power to the police alone to do that. They have also other opportunities, other jobs to do. So I just think that the county government will come with a clear structure on having its own security set up from down here up there, that can also help the police to do what work, to work together, because the police cannot work to keep law enforcement outside. Then also they're also working to keep the market to be what? To be secure. On that also, we'll have to work mostly on what is called the lighting system. Yeah, you know, the floodlights. Yeah, if we work more on this floodlight, we are going to have what is called good security system. Lastly, as I wind up, if the youths are not going to be considered in this project, as you said before, we are going to have a problem in terms of insecurity, because many youths are not going to be accommodated in this project. So we are asking our governor, our MC, the leaders in charge, that kindly engage all the youths appropriately, so that when the project comes, they are engaged and they are doing something which is very important.
Dan, you talked about the inauguration process, possibly facing a problem of expansion. What do you think the government should do? Like, how will the government acquire land?
I know it will work, because so far as we speak, I've attended 1 or 2 consultative meetings with the planning department. There is a team of consultants going around. So if that plan will be over, I think they will hand it over to the county government or to the relevant authorities. Then after that, I think something good will come from that, because it will need maybe relocating some other people, or giving them maybe funds so that they can move away from the places that the town may may decide to use. So I think immediately that plan will be over, things will work well. But currently, it is still so much hard. Yes, but we are waiting that the plan will put everything in its good place. Yeah.
You want to add on something before we go for a short break?
Thank you very much. Very fast, for the development process to take place, the government will be forced, the county government of Kisumu will be forced to hold what is called public participation. So the people only need public participation for them to be compensated. So once we have a clear guidance on how, because in any project there are people willing to donate a land to help the project. So the question is the county government trying to engage the people? Do they have a clear structure to repay those whose land will be taken away to enable the project to grow? So just praying that the people and the county government will come to an agreement so that AHERO Town is able to grow, to support the people living in it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the intellectual minds of my three panelists. We are going for a short break. Coming up, this is Real Time Television. As always, we give you tomorrow's news right now.
Real Time Television is an online television channel broadcast that is based in Kisumu County with its main offices located in AHERO Town. It broadcasts mainly in English and Kiswahili and focuses on the social, economic and political matters. Follow RTV New Kenya on our social media platforms to get more informed. Real Time Television, the #1 online television channel.
Real Time Television. We were looking at, we were just discussing the coming up of the inauguration of AHERO Urban Center to become AHERO Town and its benefits, how the local people are going to benefit from this kind of project. With me, I have Dan, Frederick, and Richard. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Now, Dan.
Yes.
Tell us on the place of the slums in this project, because we know AHERO Town there is the problem of slums. So many slums are coming up.
Thank you so much. In each and every town, I think the issue of slum is not a thing to worry about. AHERO inclusive. I think with the inauguration of the AHERO being a town, the setup of the plan that is on course will maybe place the AHERO slum to some level, but in the meantime the slum in AHERO is so much alarming. But I think with a good plan that is on course, maybe they will be relocated to somewhere which is designed for them, something like that. Yeah.
In respect to people living in those slums,
yes,
but they're not doing business within AHERO
yes,
Urban Center.
Yes, I think even right now they are there, but they cannot live there doing nothing. I think as per my own knowledge, they do some little things that sustain their life there. So even in those places that they will be relocated, I think life will still continue. Yeah.
To add on that, well, Pim, in every town, in every city, there's the slum. The most important thing we are requesting the county government of Kisumu and the leaders around that when this planning, you know, we as we are talking here, we don't know what is in the plan.
Yes.
We don't know what they are saying or how they are going to benefit. But once the governor comes around on 29th, you know, the governor will be around to unveil the planning and the project of AHERO Town in Karanda. We will attend to see the planning. Then from there, we are going to talk on how the slums and the upgrading, how they have been factored in that plan. Yeah. So I may just think that let us just wait for the inauguration to come around. Let us see the booklet, the planning. Then from there we can say or judge from what they have on the plan. Thank you.
Okay, for me as an independent thinker, I'll spice up my reasoning on this after I've seen the plan. But now that we have not seen the plan, yeah, I'll not be at liberty to talk about it widely, but I believe we are not praying to have slums anyway. We are praying that we have a better town well upgraded town, so we are not really thinking of slums, but obviously any town must sometimes. Yeah, but so what I'm saying, we are going to have a well planned town, and therefore, if there is going to have, there's going to be a slum, and therefore I know they'll be catered for. But as we speak, we are limited to our reasoning because we have not seen the plan. But planning is almost out. But after we shall have seen the plan, everything will be sorted. Thank you.
Dan, this is to you. There is a viewer who is saying there are allegations on plans of rates payment.
What payment?
Rates payment.
Yes.
When this expansion comes.
Yes.
Maybe you can highlight on this so that they can get it better from you.
Okay, in terms of rate payments, it has been a long-term problem in AHERO. Because even without the town being inaugurated, the current status we are right now, people are really complaining about the high rates of the rates charged, and it is something that we had discussed as the management of the market, and we had decided on what we want the county government to do for us. So I think they have not responded yet, but so far the rates are high. But we believe that the governor is now coming. Our provision is now with him in one of the ministry's office. I think they will cooperate.
Can you just please highlight me on the current standard rates?
Okay, it varies, but our major problem was the varying, how they inspect. There's a team of people that come to inspect. They say they are coming to inspect. So it only relies on them. What they see is what they tell you to pay. So we wanted something that could be standardized, so that we know that in this kind of business or in this kind of piece of land, this is the much that ought to be paid. Yes.
Richard,
I want to-
as a youth doing business within AHERO town, based on the rates, do you think they are fair?
They are fair. But before saying that, I want to say that the pricing differs. Before you talk about high price or low price, we have to consider some factors. Factor number one, you want to consider environmental status vis-a-vis the charges. So for me, if we look at the environment status of the town currently and what is charged as a rate, I can say from my end that is fair. But now when we talk about when it comes to a town, it will change with the changes based on the environment. If, for example, when now we are going to have AHERO as a town, it means we are going to have the sewer lines. The sewerage system is going to be upgraded. We want to have the garbage collection. All that, if all services that I'm talking about are done, and if now the land rates are hiked, you should not complain, because there are a lot of services that are going to be done by the town management. That is the sewer lines, the garbage collection, security, and all that, including security, because we are going to have the street lights all over within the town. And therefore, when we reach that bridge, we shall be now comparing, after seeing all these environmental changes, and this is the rate. Are we not talking about the high rates or low rates or favorable rates? But as we speak now, just like my brother said here, it depends on the physical assessment that is done on your business. So it varies, because I does not have a standardized rating, because this business or this building is different from the other building, and even where it is located. So when you look at it from the business perspective, whatever is charged there might be different from the other building. So we say it is not standardized. But when it comes to town, it will be standardized, and we are going to have one rate. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This program of AHERO Town is going to have a lot of challenges. And one of the big challenges that I've said before, and I'm going to repeat myself, is on the rates that people are going to pay. Because you will learn that in AHERO Town there are different businesses, and you may not expect this business to pay the same rates. For example, there is someone who is running a bar or a club somewhere, and there is this mama mboga who is selling fruits in the market. These two people will have different rates to pay. Lastly, which is very, very important, we have youths and we have even the people with disabilities. These people, I am requesting the county government to come with a clear structure on land rates. And on my idea, I don't think that people should pay the same rates depending on the business they are doing. I think there's a clear structure on how you're supposed to pay depending on the business you are doing. Thank you.
Dan, there was a project of City.
Yeah.
And please, I just want it to be very elaborate. Feel free and just highlight to us about this. The poor management of City as it is, does it give us a red light that the planned inauguration will also fail?
Let me differentiate both the two. Because City, as I know it, it was a project that was donor funded.
It's true.
So it was a team of people in Sweden that cooperated with the Council of Governors in Kenya. So let me also thank God, because Kisumu so happened to be one of the counties that was selected to benefit from the said above. So little can I say that so far it has not worked well, and we have been really partnering with those people concerned, especially the project coordinator, concerning the lagging behind of the projects. But the answer that is giving us always is that the donors are still looking for some few things, A, B, C, D, which he cannot even also tell us what the problem is. So sincerely speaking, it is not doing well, because even the ones that they started well, but somewhere in the middle, it is like the candle lacked some oil. Yeah, somehow.
Do you think City failed because of funding or just politics or leadership?
Can I have a take on that?
Okay.
Okay. It failed because of both. Number one, you see, City is a donor-funded project. And a donor-funded project has a long process, a lot of things to be done for you to receive the money.
Yes.
So from the money to come from Sweden, from the other council to our council, this other side, it takes a lot of process, and that might even make it fail. But politically, it failed politically because the project was acquired in a different regime. The project is being implemented in a different regime. The project was acquired during the regime of the former governor, Jack Ranguma. But now the implementation was now done during the current governor, Professor Nyando. But then the mistake that they didn't change those who won the tender. They won the tender during the other regime. But then they're implementing the tender in this regime. And for them to win this tender in the other regime, that means they didn't support the current regime. So now when they're now doing it in this regime, they are doing it with a lot of hatred and all what have you, because of they were in the other group, they won it, they are there, they're not implementing it here. So that is also a lot of politics came in, and it made the project to flop. But it has not failed. It is still under process. It will soon come up again.
General, you believe so?
My take about the project is very simple. I think our leaders, let's get serious. Our leaders who have been elected by the people, let's get serious. Why am I saying so? This project was brought to help the people. And as my colleague has said, the project was donor funded. You know, the system in Kenya and other countries is very different. Those systems outside there, they don't engage corruption. And when they give their money, they expect their money to be used in a proper manner. So the project failed because of the leaders we had, due to corruption. And this goes to the MCA, the governor who was there, the leaders who are there. They are quiet, they were given money, they're not coming out. No, we should run away from blame games. When you ask the MCA, where's the project? He talks about the governor, that the previous regime did not do what money, and they were given money. So as our leaders followed up the project, have you heard any of them following up the project? None of them, they are quiet. So it means when they are quiet, they participated in the eating of this project. Because I speaking in front of here, there is a land I know that was donated as a cabbage collection next to River Nyando. There was money that we were given as a family because one of our land was donated there to act as a garbage collection. That money, we were given half of it. Until to date, I'm not sure if that money we were given full. So, host, the project failed due to corruption and bad leadership, which our leaders should be responsible. Answering you, is the project going to fail as a City? The project is not going to fail because the governor, as you said, the governor is looking for votes come 2022. So he will not do the other project because that project was from another regime. So he will do this project to ensure that he's able to get votes. That's why you see the governor working together in hand with our MCS so that he's able to convince the voters to do what? To vote for him. So the project to be inaugurated on 29th will succeed a little bit as we wait up 2022. The other one, I'm very sorry, it failed due to corruption.
Also, to me, I don't think to see it the way my brother is seeing it, as maybe it has failed. The project was separated into maybe phases. Phase 1 was called the Quick Win. This Quick Win was supposed to take highlights on the garbage collection, the dustbins, I say. I can confirm that the dustbins were brought. It was tendered, they were brought, and I still see them, they are there working. So I have to comment on that, that part is clear. So the other dirty part of it that I can't hide from saying was the drainage. The drainage was done at a cost of maybe 2.5 million, something like that. But it was not done to the standard. The damage that it brought to us is more worse than the way it used to be. So as somebody concerned with the project, when we asked the person concerned, we were told that they are redoing the drainage. So far as we speak, the person who won the tender was on the ground last week, and I think he assured us that he's going to redo the drainage. The tender has been awarded to him, and he has accepted to do it again. God willing, I think all will be well, maybe.
The quick win part that he's talking about, that was the stage 1, the first bunch that was coming.
Exactly.
Was separated into areas that it's going to address. One was drainage, the other one was garbage collection, the other one was, there were 3.
There were 3. There was some, I think there was some benches around River Nyando somewhere there.
Okay.
Yes.
But now let us now address the garbage collection that he said was done properly, according to him. It was done properly, but it is not helping because it was not done in conjunction with the county government, where they placed those litter bins. They are placed in AHERO. You can see them if you walk near them, but they are placed in places where if you dump anything in them, even the county government workers will not take those things from those sites.
They are always full from my perspective.
They are always full. They are there always like that. So it means it doesn't serve the purpose that was brought for.
I think
so even that one was misused from my end. Number 2, you talked about the drainage system.
Yes.
The drainage system was tendered during the other regime, but now it was done during this regime, and it was done in a wrong way, and it has been written off. That work was wrongly paid. So even now, number 2, the drainage system, that City thing did not address. The benches that he's talking about,
the park.
How many benches are there? The park,
Yes.
There is no park in AHERO. The benches that was placed, I don't know.
I've never seen them.
I don't. They are there.
They are there.
But there are 3. Next to River Nyando, the other side. So for me, the quick win did not win anything. So it was just a name, quick win. But for me, from my end, liberally, that quick win did not win anything.
It failed.
Now, Dan, I've heard you saying something that on the drainage,
Yes.
there is another person who has been awarded this tender.
Yes.
Will you still use the same procedure of channeling the water into the river source?
I think this is majorly the reason why he has come. We told him that the way it was done is not serving any purpose. So, and I want to assure you that this is maybe the reason why it has taken time before he starts the work, because he was still consulting further. So making that drainage was not just to be done on a dig, Tom and Harry, the way it was done the other day. But currently this time, I think the person who is on the ground would do it in a manner that would bring some change.
How do you think the waste will be channeled into the river? Because normally I see when there are floods, there is that backflow.
Yes.
Water comes from the river again inside the market.
Simplicity had there were about a number of things that Simplicity was to do. One of them was the one that you are saying, you are talking about. These waste were not supposed to be drained into the river Nyando directly like that. Down there by the river, there was supposed to be a project there, MRF. This was supposed to be redoing the waste so that when they get into the river, they get there as harmful, as not harmful. Yes. So I want to believe that they will also do that. But before doing it, the drainage person will just do it the way it used to be.
To add on that, I will talk about what is called solid management program. And I will say that this project might have failed due to lack of engagement of lack of engaging groups of people, maybe. For example, there are government entities, e.g. the NEMA, National Environmental Management Authorities. So, as you said, my colleague, the project would have worked well if there will be what is called solid waste management system in order to make it unharmful to the people. But so far, you see that had failed. So, we are asking the new project that's coming on that the main challenge of AHERO to become a town the way it is what is called the poor sewerage system. So, we are waiting for the plan. You know, as we are talking here, most of us, we have not seen the plan. And my key interest is going to be on solid waste management to see how the waste is coming from the market and how it's going to be renewed. And as I said before, I'll be speaking on behalf of the youth that when this management is going to be formed along River Nyando, I think our youth may benefit and get some employment opportunities. Thank you.
To some talk on that, to some talk on Simplicity, the enemy of this project that I'm not seeing in this inauguration of AHERO Town is corruption. So we will talk and talk and talk. We'll come back to the same point we started talking. The major enemy of this project that made this project to nearly fail is corruption. And for the question that you asked, this one of AHERO becoming a town will not fail because from my end, I'm seeing minimal corruption in the government of Governor Nyong. And this one was full of corruption. And that's the reason so the jobs were done because kickbacks were a major cause on that.
That's true.
Dan,
Yes.
on the renovation of the market and stall distribution, did we have youths who benefited
Inside the market?
inside the market?
Yeah, we have some few youths who benefited, but the challenge was there was some preconditions that were laid that you must be somebody who was doing business there because the priority was given to the people who were evicted from that place. So funnily enough, most of our youths, as I may say, most of them were not there. So maybe in one way or the other, they benefited indirectly through their mothers or cousins, something like that. But I know of 3 youths who did benefit there. Yeah.
I may disagree or I may agree with what he's saying. So first, let me agree with what he has said. It is true that when these projects came around, most of the youths were not around. So maybe they were able to benefit indirectly from their sisters, their mothers, who are doing business. That is a plus because at the end of the day, they're able to support their families. But on the other way around, I may also agree by saying that it was in order for the MCA back then to start with people who are doing business there, because these were people who have been there for over these years, and I expected the leadership of the market and the MCA in charge to at least giving some slots, at least the MCAs back then, and have at least created some slots for the youth. And this is for the youth as I speak, that these slots may be created even today, but if we don't come out for these slots, we may not be able to get them. So I'm encouraging them that now the town is coming, there is going to be more development. Youth, come out and let us come and get these stalls, because business is very important and we are able to achieve what we want to achieve, because there is no job. Let no one cheat you. There is no job, because as youths we are waiting for qualified jobs. So youths, when these stalls are going to be around next time, I don't want the youths to be used as a stepping stone to acquire the stalls by these politicians, because we have heard things that this stall is owned by a different MCA, a PA of the MCA, so that should not happen. Thank you.
That's a youth with a liberal mind. We are going for another short break, and still more to come. This is real-time television. Welcome back to the show. As always, this is real-time television. We are bringing you tomorrow's news right now. So, Richard, what's your take on this project?
Yeah,
On the negative implications?
yeah, all I want to say is that any growth and development that is coming, we'll always expect to have some negative things coming alongside with it. So I'm saying, let us be ready. If there is evacuation, a proper organized evacuation, we are ready to be evacuated. But let that evacuation be participated in the public first. That is when we are going to accept it. But all we are saying right now that we must accept that the project is good, but it is coming along with some negative impact. Because let us accept, because there's somebody that's going to be told to move his house because maybe there is a road, there is a drainage system, there is a sewer line. On that person, that is impacting on him negatively. But we want to accept that. But generally, I'm saying the project is good and we welcome the project fully. Thank you.
General?
As I've said, and I'm repeating myself, the project is very good. And speaking on perspective of the youth, I think many youths are going to get job opportunities, both the skilled and the skilled. They're going to build back the parks. They're going to build the drainage system. So the project is going to be good. The negative thing that I'm asking our leaders not to engage in is corruption. So if this project is to succeed, our leaders should be transparent in terms of giving jobs, giving tenders so that people are involved. And we are warning our leaders and the contractors on the ground who are going to come that we are going to check the people working on those areas. Are they people from within? Because in any project to come around, they must start with the people from within. So we're going to check who is coming. For example, I don't expect the town manager to come from Nyakacha. I expect someone from here who is a youth. And as I said before, a youth, many of us have different explanation who is a youth. Many people, they can be appointed to be there and they're not youth. And a youth, an average age is 35 years of age. So when you are appointed, we are going to check, are you of that age? So youth come out and let's get the benefit of this project because it's ours. So it's going to have more importance to us as the locals and the people of AHERO. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my fellow. I think each and every coin has its two sides, and every good idea must be made better. I think with the coming of the project, we welcome it, just as I've said earlier, and still to date we accept it and we really long to see it come. But I don't want to run away from issues like the problem of land issue, people being relocated from point A to point B. I also don't want to run away from maybe the issues of criminology, the thuggery in quote. I think with any growing town, thuggery will have to be there. So this will call for maybe the security apparatus to be engaged in a manner that will suit the problem herewith. So far, we welcome it. We welcome it with all the good things that are coming. Because what I know always that every coin has got two sides. The town is coming with all the good things, but on the other side, we are ready to face the danger part of it. Because we must now learn to manage the expectations. Because the expectations may be positive and negative also. So we are ready to welcome it. Thank you so much.
GUDDI, this is to you. When this plan materializes, we expect 4 wards within a town. What can be your advice on the politicians? Do we expect cohesion so that the plan can materialize to fruition?
Thank you very much. In case of any doubt, is that if there is a project always, there must be politics behind it.
Yes.
And as we are speaking here, the 4 of us, there are people who have been misinformed about the project. And through rumors, some of them may not be able to agree to the project. But to answer your question, as you've said, I'm asking our leaders that this project is for the people and it's going to benefit the people. This project is not a political project. So if it's going to be any leader who is going to come out and oppose this project, I think we will not give you room for that. So our leaders should be in the forefront. From the MP, Jared Okelo, where you are, MCA, Ken Oko. We also expect the chiefs to be around, the village elders to be around, the ward admins who have been taking this project to the people, because we depend most on the ward admins and the chiefs, because they will take the information to the people. So there must be clear coordination for our leaders to ensure that the project is of a success. But if our leaders they're going to put personal interest in this project, that they must appoint people, they must do the tendering process, they must do everything. I think that's where we're going to have the conflict coming in our leaders. So we're asking them, let us work together so that the project is able to help the people and the youth in large. Yeah.
Richard, looking at that camera, talk to the governor and just give us your thinking as we wind up.
I want to say thank you very much, our able governor, for remembering AHERO Town. And we are saying we welcome the project and we welcome you on 29th to come and inaugurate the project. AHERO people fully accept your love for them. Thank you very much, our governor.
General.
Thank you very much, host, for inviting me to this show. As I've said before, I'm the general, but my official name is Fred Ochieng, a youth leader, a political analyst, a politician by nature. This goes to our governor, Professor Anyang' Nyong'o. You know me very well, we've met in different occasions. We want to thank you very much that you've given an opportunity for the youths to come out and also get job opportunities. We are asking you that kindly, if there are any other project, please think about AHERO Ward and think about Nyando as a whole. And on 29th, we are going to come there, and as a youth and a youth leader, we are going to marshal youth to come to the project. And the youths who will attend the show, let us behave. You know, this being a political event, don't be given 50 bob to spoil a project that's going to cost billions of money. Can you think that this politician is giving money, is driving a car and has a family and is feeding, but you are going to spoil a project of 8 billion because you are given a changa of 50 bob. And this, we are warning the youths who are going to come to the show on 29th during the inauguration project. Don't shout. You know, many of us youth, you've known for heckling. You heckle leaders, and when you heckle leaders, they run away with the what? With the project. Can we take what we can take? Because we don't know about tomorrow. Let's don't be incited by the politicians and fail to get an 8 billion or 1 million project to empower our lives. Thank you.
Address our able governor.
Okay, thank you, Your Excellency. Mine is just to say thank you for the good idea that you've brought unto us. We, as the business fraternity, we highly welcome you. We welcome the project, and we'll work positively towards the project. Let us team up. Let us work cohesively so that the project come to accomplish. May God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for honoring our invitation to come to the show. And as always, this is real-time television. We are glad to host you. See you again next time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
We bring you tomorrow's news.